No fear. Underdog is here. That's why. For those of you who are just 15 minutes old and you too young to know what the hell I'm talking about. Um, oh, by the way, Schoolhouse Rock. You know those little educational cartoons that were only a couple minutes long? Those are on Disney Plus app now. So if you were a kid like I was and watching Schoolhouse Rock, they are on Disney Plus app. You remember Conjunction Junction? What's your function? Or I'm just a bill. Yeah, I'm only a bill, and I'm sitting here on Capitol Hill. Those little jingles are all on. That's all part of Schoolhouse Rock, and they're on Disney Plus. So if you want to see something, if you're the nostalgic type, get the Disney Plus app. Here I am promoting the Disney Plus app. They're not paying me to say this. I just like the app. In other news, actually it's not news. It's just something I thought of that I'm going to mention because of the situation that I found myself in. Once upon a time, I had a girlfriend. Believe it or not, I had a girlfriend. I'm single now. But I had a girlfriend who was so she was so obsessed with her looks that she asked me if I thought she was out of my league. Which was funny to me because I told her no, because I really didn't think she was. I actually thought the question was silly. And it's not that I think I'm such a great looking guy, like I'm, super hot or anything like that. It's just that, I mean, she had she was pretty sexy and had a great body and, big boobs, small waistline, she's like slender, big ass. I mean, and she was not out of my league. I didn't think she was out of my league. And I know what the term means. I know what it's all about. I just was thinking, you're not out of my league. What the hell's wrong with you? But she thought that she was out of my league, but that she was coming down to like ascending from her lofty place of beauty, I guess, and that she was coming down to be with me because I'm such a great guy. That's basically what she thought, because she was very disappointed when I said no, I don't think you're out of my league. I don't know if I was supposed to lie in that situation, because you really don't want a girl getting the big head. And even if you do think she's out of your league, you might want to say no, because you don't want, you might put yourself in a bad position if you tell a young lady that she's out of your league. A lot of guys do that, though. They will tell a woman you're out of my league because they want to flatter the woman, and to me, that's dumb. That's the wrong way to go. That's stupid. A lot of guys go overboard, I've noticed, when they're trying to persuade a woman to spend, more time with them and to be, they want a girl to be interested in them. A lot of guys, I've noticed, do actually tell women things that are completely ridiculous. Like, they go overboard by telling a girl how pretty she is and how beautiful, and oh, honey, you're so beautiful. Sometimes I hear guys saying this to women, and I feel like smacking him upside the head and saying, "Shut the fuck up, man, please. You're making me physically ill with this nonsense." I mean, the girl's cute, but goddamn, let's not get carried away with this nonsense. It really does irritate me sometimes hearing these guys tell these women how beautiful they are. And no, honey, you're just so I'm like, dude, stop it before I just throw up on myself right here. Why are you saying this in front of me anyway? And sometimes women would tell you that some guy said this. And I try not to react because I don't want to disappoint the girl. You know what I mean? Because if some other guy has been telling this lady that she's just gorgeous and beautiful and she really not, then she's going to be disappointed that you're not saying it too. And the look on your face will tell them the whole story. Like if the girl looks at you and she's telling you that, oh, this guy was telling me I'm so pretty and that I'm super hot and beautiful, and then you're looking at him like, no, you're not. Then that'll be disappointing. So I try not to have any type of response like, oh, like get on with the story. Like, he told you were beautiful, and then what happened? You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes guys just go overboard. Like, there are some girls who are really pretty, but trust me, guys, they get told that a lot. Like, you're not the first guy or the second guy to tell a beautiful woman that she's beautiful. And if you just keep saying it to her, at some point it has to be boring. You know, like, whatever, dude. People say this to me practically every day. That's what she has to be thinking. I don't know. I'm not a beautiful man like LL Cool J is, I guess. Some girl told me that LL Cool J was a beautiful man. I didn't agree with him. But I was like, okay, well, whatever. But anyway, the reason I brought this up is because there's a girl, actually, and I'm 51 years old. There is actually a girl who I was attempting to talk to who's 28, and she actually is beautiful. And I've never told her she was out of my league, but I was thinking that, though. But she was acting like she was interested, but I was thinking, she's out of my league. What the hell's wrong with her? I wasn't going to tell her that, though. You know, if she, was going for it, then she's going for it. But she seemed to be one of these young ladies who are interested in more than just a guy's looks. What happens? It happens every now and then. So maybe I've gotten lucky, or maybe she's tricking me. She could be tricking me. We'll find out. I'll keep you posted. I'll tell you what happens. But anyway, that's why I brought that up, because I was thinking to myself, this girl may be out of my league because she's gorgeous and younger than me by 22 years. But I didn't say that. I definitely didn't say the younger part to her. She already knew that, though. She asked me how old I was, and then I told her, and she said, like, oh, that's not too bad. But she had already told me that she was 28 anyway. But anyway, this girl's gorgeous too, so I kind of thought that. And I don't actually think that any girl's out of my league, to be honest with you. I just think that some of them might be thinking that. So if you think that, maybe you are because you think it, not because I think it. Because I happen to think very highly of myself. But it just reminded me that one girl asked me that one time. You think I'm out of your league? And I said no. And she was disappointed. So she was a little delusional though about her looks. She's not a bad looking chick. Good looking girl, but she was obsessed a little bit. But anyway, that's what made me think of that. So, I just want to say about the 4th of July, since it is the 4th of July weekend. For those of you who are going to go out, and you've already gone out, if you've already gone out and blew up a lot of bombs and firecrackers and shot off a lot of fireworks, hope you were safe about that. And if you're still going to go out there, you got a few more things to blow up. Please be safe. Don't blow up your hand or foot. When I was a kid, there was one guy who stuck a firecracker in his shoe, and he didn't blow his foot off with one firecracker, but he hurt his foot, really good. It really damaged his skin. So don't try to be funny. Don't do anything stupid. Trying to be macho asshole in front of the girls. Playing the tough role. Don't blow off your foot, fingers accidentally, or the neighbor's house. I actually shot a little tiny rocket. It looked like a little rocket. I shot that thing up in the air a few days ago, and it bounced off a tree and went toward the neighbor's house, and it blew up right before it hit the neighbor's window. So they might not even have known what was going on. But the last thing in the world you want to do is shoot a rocket in your neighbor's window. That might cause an issue. They might not like it. So be careful. Don't blow yourself up. Don't blow up the neighbors. Don't blow off any body parts, because a couple years ago there was a guy, professional football player. He's still playing. I think he's about to retire. Actually, I think he announced he's going to retire. He announced it during the pandemic. Like, I don't want to play anymore. This guy blew off a couple of fingers. A player whose name escapes me right now. What's his name? Anyway, played for the New York Giants. Blew off a couple of fingers messing with fireworks. So everybody be careful with the fireworks. If you haven't already blown off any, if you plan on blowing off any more fireworks, please be careful. Be safe. And there's a couple of things I wanted to mention before we end the show. I talked about, this has been several shows back. This is back in the springtime. The XFL. The XFL Professional Football League. Extreme Football League. I think that's why they call it the XFL. That's the name of it. Extreme Football League. It's the Professional Football League. The owner of the WWE, World Wrestling Entertainment, owns it, Vince McMahon, and they started the XFL. They brought it back this year. They played, I don't know how many games they played, or if they played the whole season, but I don't think they played the whole season. They brought that back this year, and unfortunately, they had to shut it down because of the pandemic. But these new startup professional leagues that's something that they have to get through the whole season to have money to go another